Congratulations, you finally made it to 4 p.m. You know what that means. Happy hour. It's time to kick back, relax, and dive into the world of sports with the Young and Norvelle Show. Whether you're catching up on the latest scores, analyzing the big plays, or gearing up for tonight's games, we've got you covered. So grab a cold one, settle in, and let's talk sports. Here they are, Patrick Young and Terry Norvelle.
All right, here we go. It is a beautiful, absolutely, this is why we live in Florida, Thursday edition and afternoon of the Young and Norvelle Show. Terry Norvelle sitting right here on the patio, as we do every Thursday at Sliders Oyster Bar in Neptune Beach. I'm kind of on this side because my man Patrick Young, he'll be right here. Patrick is in the parking lot. You know, he's on the phone. He's got business. You know, Patrick is a big businessman, so he's got business. I walked over to say hi in his truck. You know, Patrick drives himself around. I walked over and say hi. Hey, hold on. He gave me the I got business handshake. Zach, he gave me the get away from me. I'm talking to a business person. That's what he gave me in the parking lot. Who you talking to? The President of the United States, Patrick? Who you talking to?
And guess what? He walked away.
Yeah, I did. I was like, I left. I said, I'm not in the middle of this big time. It was like when Churchill, FDR, and whoever else got together in Malta, you know, to help World War II. It was like you were having that kind of conversation. Who the hell were you talking to?
No, it was nothing that important, guys. You give me too much credit.
I love the JU 3/4 you got rocking there, Fighting Dolphins.
Yeah, man, it's good. It's they got some good gear. I like their logo and everything. They just got to. I think they played today actually. Man, they got Terry. Man, they got routed by UNF. Goodness.
Ooh. Yeah, it ended up being a 3-point final, but I heard it was a blowout. Man, that the game was a blowout, wasn't it?
Yeah, you know. Well, they jumped out on them and shot the first half. Like they dominated UNF so well in the first half that even though JU played way better, it's just such a big hole to come back from. You got to be able to stop the bleeding. You can't let a 20-point lead turn into a 30-point lead. If you can keep it at 20-something, then and just get, because sometimes you need halftime. Sometimes teams, they just need halftime to get it figured out. And yeah, that's why like every play matters. It doesn't matter, just about the play at the end of the game. How did you stop the hemorrhaging in games? Yeah.
Boy, I think you're right about that. If you're a team that gets down by 20, well, 20 divides pretty good by 3. You can make 4 or 5 quick threes, a couple stops, and you're back in the game. If you're down by 30, you can make 2 or 3 threes, and it barely makes a dent in the.
Barely makes a dent.
It barely makes a dent. Pat, we got a lot to get to. The Jaguars, more news today. Liam Cohen, the youth movement continues. Liam Cohen has hired an offensive coordinator. And keep in mind, Cohen will call the plays, but you still need a guy to run practice and run the game plan and things like that. The last name is Udinsky. He's hired an offensive coordinator, 29 years old, Patrick. 29 years old. Oh, my God.
I bet he's one of those, sounds like he's one of those guys, like he lives, drinks, breathes football. Like so, like, this guy probably doesn't have much of a life. Which is good, if you're that hot, upcoming, I've seen nothing but good things about him. Like he chose a guy that is going to take this, like he's going to take it all to heart to try and help this team and serve and help.
I did a little investigating before the air. We went on the air here. From what I understand, Cohen he almost flipped a coin. He ended up hiring his buddy Udinsky, who had time with the Vikings. 29-year-old now is the offense coordinator hired. He was talking to the football coach at Mayport Junior High School, who was 24, and he almost hired that guy. Patrick, 29 years old, for God's sakes. So here's what you got.
That's
Liam
young.
Cohen. Liam Cohen is the head football coach of the Jacksonville Jaguars. He's 39 years old. Liam Cohen's defensive coordinator, Campanelli, is 42 years old. Liam Cohen's offensive coordinator, of course, Cohen will kind of be the offensive coordinator as well. Liam Cohen's offensive coordinator is 29 years old, And let me throw this in. Shad Khan hired an executive director of football ops. Tony Baselli is 52, but Patrick, he is a first-time ever executive in the NFL. So he's a 52-year-old rookie in his job. Patrick Young,
right.
If the Jaguars win, then Liam Cohen is going to be known as the guy that the new guy. He's doing it the new way. If the Jaguars lose, Patrick, guess what the narrative will be? Well, he's got a bunch of kiddie coaches. He hired a bunch of kids. No wonder that, right?
Yeah.
The narrative is written either one way or the other now.
Yeah, and it's so interesting you say that. The most prolific example of this is Sean McVay when he came in and got hired on as the head coach of the Rams. And just like he made it to a Super Bowl, his second season or something like that. Their offense was electric, made things. And goodness, if you were like anywhere in the circle around him, because he had you go back and look at that Redskins team when he was I don't know, quarterbacks coach or something. Shanahan was there, like a bunch of head coaches now to this day. It's just it was a gamble. You really didn't know Sean McVay was going to be this great, so the narrative was already written. You hired a head coach that's too young, because I was 35 at the time he got head coach or something like that.
Yeah.
Or it's man, this is the new younger coach with a younger staff around him is the way to go, because this guy, Sean McVay is one of those guys that he lives, drinks, eats, sleeps football. I don't know how his wife or fiance has any time in his life. I have no idea.
I get you. But boy, this is setting up with Liam Cohen. If the Jaguars under Liam Cohen, if next year they go out and win 4, maybe 5 games, the easy narrative is, well, my God, he hired a bunch of kids. Nobody knows what they're doing. First-year coordinator, 42. First-year offensive coordinator, 29. Cohen's only 39. Baselli is a rookie, no matter his age. If they go out and win, they start winning 8, 9, 10 games, then Liam Cohen may be a trailblazer, right? Hey, man, go get a young, fresh coach, But, Patrick, I think the narrative is written either way with this. 29 years old, your offensive coordinator. Oh, Patrick Young.
The general manager for the Red Sox. It's a recent documentary. He took over at 28 years old as GM.
Yeah, what was that guy? He did a great job. He did a great job. Yeah. He did a great job. Now, with that said, I told you, 39-year-old head coach, 42-year-old defensive coordinator, 29-year-old, even if it's just title only, 29-year-old offense coordinator, and Tony Baselli, executive director of football operations. He's 52, but he's a rookie in front office. Now, with all that said, Patrick Young, the Jacksonville Jaguars still have a position called the general manager position. I don't think any seasoned veteran GM is going to want to come and get in the middle of this. If you're a 59-year-old, 60-year-old, you've been in the league, you're a seasoned GM, are you going to want to come plant your ass down with a bunch of kiddies? I'm not so sure you want to get in the middle of it, do you?
Why not? I mean, you get to be the head guy in charge there. I'd like to think it'd be these younger guys, they're still going to kind of have that, reverence position for the GM. They're not. I don't think they're going to be the type of guys that I don't know, push buttons and argue. I just don't. It's hard for me to believe. These guys want to win. These guys want to win. They want to turn this organization around so badly. Obviously these young guys know what the narrative is, so they're going to combat everything they can do. But to fight that narrative, but it's already written, Terry. It's already written. These guys are either going to be bad, average, or better. And let's hope for better, right?
Yeah. I just don't know if a 15-year seasoned general manager is going to want to get in the middle of that kiddie core. How's that guy going to feel when he walks into a meeting and he goes, well, wait a minute, the 29, the 42, and the 39, they've already made this decision. I don't know. I think it may limit the Jaguars. They almost have to go out and get a young, fresh new GM. I don't think a seasoned guy is going to want to get in the middle of that. I just don't.
I think seasoned enough to me is someone that's been a GM for at least 6 or 7 years. That's in my I wouldn't want a first time GM. Unless they've been like assistant GM or like assistant president or something like that, I would consider that. But then, it's hard to get those guys out of a job, man. They when you've invested so much, it's the thought of starting over. But then you're in a position where you get to call a lot more shots than you probably ever did. So I'm thinking, anyone that's had experience about between minimum 5 to 7. I wouldn't want anybody that's 15 years or more. Because I do agree with you. That is with the younger group, and you want someone to kind of be a little bit of hand in the future, a little bit of hand in the past, versus someone that's so old school, or not old school, but just where there's just such a disconnect. So I see where you're coming from, Terry.
Well,
I wish I knew off the top of my head names. Don't you wish you knew some names to consider? And how do we even judge that? How do we?
I have I have a list of a few guys that just kind of.
And I know the Tampa guy said no, but is that? You got any names?
Yeah, most of them are either assistant GMs or directors of personnel or scouting for various teams. For example, the Chicago Bears assistant GM, the Giants assistant GM. The Chargers name's Chad. Most of them are kind of in their later 30s.
Get that Giants guy, get him out of here.
Around 50.
Around 50.
Get that Giants guy, get him out of here.
I'm with you on that.
Cross him off the list already.
I'm with you on that. But also, isn't seasoned just another way of saying they've been fired somewhere else before? Like, don't you kind of want someone who hasn't been fired already? Get one of these younger guys. A lot of them have they have some type of work done with college teams, etc. So
I just want somebody that for sure is going to push back against shot. Like, it just doesn't seem like I just don't feel like a first time will feel comfortable pushing against shot. Maybe.
Guys, we're dancing around the obvious. Okay, we're burying the lead here. Okay, let's there's a perfect correlation. Okay, let me throw it out there. Everybody's wanting to say it. Nobody's wanting to actually do it. Okay, there's Terry Norvelle, the seasoned professional. And then, I had real concerns. Do I really want to hook up with Patrick Young and do a show? He's a young buck. The guy, he's feeling his way through. I've got to carry him a lot. My back gets tired. I'm carrying this guy. I did it. And I'm not going to lie. It's a lot of work. I do a lot of work here trying to carry this young buck. Because I can't blame Patrick. He just doesn't have the experience. He just hasn't been around enough. So, it was a factor. There was a factor for me. And I took it on. And I regret and I regret sometimes taking
what was the end game of the experiment?
And some days driving in, I go, holy cow, where did my career go?
Terry.
Hey, Patrick.
I was going to ask. You didn't give me a chance to ask where does Zach fit in the analogy? Because that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
Well,
where does Zach fit in there?
Zach, I've been around, so I've worked with a lot of producers, and our budget on this show is so low. I went way down, and then I go, oh, this guy worked for next to nothing. Let's call Rothrock. So we got Zach.
Oh
I got
God.
Zach.
Man, there's a lot of truth about.
I got Rothrock and I got Patrick Young. That's where I'm at, but it's okay, guys. I'm fine with it.
Hey, and you prove that a show can still grow.
Yeah, we've grown.
Even with some tools that are even with some bottom shelf tools. That's cool. Yeah, we can make it work.
Patrick, if you want to know the truth about it, I like your mom and dad. That's the only reason I've stuck around this damn show. I really like your mom and dad. They're sweet people.
Oh my God!
This is an airing out our grievances show, huh?
Yeah. Well, wow. There you go. Hey, I do want a serious topic, and we're wrapping up segment 1. I've heard this phrase thrown around, and if I do one thing good, I don't do many good things in broadcasting. I'm not very good at what I do, I don't think, but One thing I'm good at, I think, is looking at both sides of a fence. I can look at this side and I can look at that side. I've always been proud to think that I feel like I can be Switzerland at times and be the medium moderator. I hear this a lot, Patrick, and I want to know if this phrase is only one-sided. You around the Jaguars, I hear this a lot this offseason. Well, the Jaguars, they weren't really a 4-win team. And you hear that. And the reference is, well, they were things got sideways and there were issues. There's some pretty good talent on this team. Even though they were 4-13, they weren't really a 4-win team. I've heard that a lot. I don't know if you have, Pat. I've heard that a lot this offseason.
I mean, I hear that. I can see that being a popular opinion. I can see that, or just mean
now. My throwback to that is, and I always like to play both sides to kind of get a feel. If you subscribe to, well, they weren't really a 4-13 team last year. Well, let me ask you, does that only apply on the low side? Could you also go, well, 2 years ago, they really weren't a 9-8 win team. That was kind of a fraud. The way they got in the playoff and then they went 9, right? Can you say, well, they really weren't a 9-win team either? It seems like we make the narrative fit what we want it to fit sometimes. I don't know. Am I crazy?
Yeah. No, yeah, I can see that. I can see that. But I guess and it's such a weird dynamic because every team will say, like, we play every game to win.
Yes. Now we're playing that game to lose right there. We weren't sure we were going to win. Just an interesting, and Zach, jump in. I think you know where we got 4 or 5 minutes before we go to break. Zach, jump in what I just said. You've heard that. That's been one of the catchphrases. Well, when they were hiring the coach, well, this wasn't a 4-win team. They were better. And I go, wait a minute. What about the other side? Can you also say, well, this wasn't a 9-win team a couple of years ago? Does that only apply when you're trying to make your product look good?
Yeah, I mean, the Titans are probably saying the same thing on their radio waves. Sure. The Patriots, I can guarantee you the Patriots are saying they were not a 3-win team. It's just kind of one of those things. You got to be somewhat optimistic. I mean, but yeah, I definitely can. I mean, that's kind of one of those arguments. I believe I've heard you talk about this discussion actually. How anytime a team loses a game, you can say, well, if play A or play B didn't happen, if it had just gone the other way, it would have won. So I mean. Really what it boils down to is when you look at the Jaguars, what you want to say is they have some guys that can be all-star elite players in the league. And I feel like the bottom line is they do. They got a Josh Allen. They got a Brian Thomas Jr. They got pieces that you can be excited about. But they have far more holes than they have players of that caliber. And so they got a lot of work to do.
You do. And I'm glad you went to what you referenced that I say a lot because I'll come back to it here in a second. Mm. But generally, I think fans make the narrative fit what they want it to fit. Well, they weren't a 4-win team this year. They were much better. I could easily go, well, how about when they went to the playoffs that one year? That was a fluke. That was almost a fluke. Now you look back.
Yeah.
And it's also what you said. I'm famous for saying, and I've heard fans do this, not just Jaguar or Gator, every fan will say, okay, we lost that big game over the weekend, 28-21. But our team, there was a situation in the second quarter and the fourth quarter. We should have scored touchdowns right there. We gave it away. So if we score those 2 touchdowns, we don't lose 28-21. We win 35-28. That's the fans' narrative. And I go, whoa, 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 whoa. And I've said this for years. You can't just do that on one side of the hypothesis, right?
Yeah,
you can't
very easily go the other way.
The other team's fan base, they watch the game a totally different way and they go, wait a minute. I hear what you're saying, but we actually won the game 28-21. We actually should have scored 2 more touchdowns. We should have won 42 right? The other team can
they get the same thing. Yeah.
You can't just cherry pick your side of the game, right?
Right. Yeah.
And fans do that all the time. I think that's what we're doing with this. Well, they weren't a 4-win team. And I go, well, okay, but were you saying 2 years ago, well, this wasn't a 9-win team. They kind of just snuck in there. It was a fraud.
Right. Yeah. No. What you're saying is definitely true. I mean, a lot of it is definitely just local people with sunshine pumping and getting you excited for the Jaguars. Like, I understand that. But I mean, you got to try to look for things to be optimistic about, and that's just kind of just one of those things that
Well,
guys,
here's something.
fans say, yeah. What's that?
Zach, here's something as we go to break.
Mhm.
Here's something that is optimistic that I'm looking at, and it's really, it's a bad deal for you, Zach. I hate to say this. It's a bad deal for you. We're at Sliders today. Patrick and I have a meeting after the show, and I just happened to grab the Sliders specials for today, right? Fried gator bites, fried green tomatoes, black and blue shrimp bowl, lobster bacon burger, Cajun grilled mahi sandwich, on and on and on. Zach, I'm about to order. This show can't end quick enough. I'm going to order fried green tomatoes so fast. I love me some fried green tomatoes. What about you, Zach, from the low country of South Carolina?
Very intrigued at the idea of lobster bacon burger. It was hard for me to concentrate after I heard that.
Lobster bacon burger is it looks good on paper, but I'm going to order the fried green tomatoes. And as we go to break, here's the biggest problem with the fried green tomatoes. And I put fried green tomatoes in the same area as fried okra and pizza. No matter what you do, when you order fried green tomatoes and they come out, you know you shouldn't eat them right away, right? Because they're going to be hot as hell and they're going to burn you. But there's just like pizza and just like fried okra, there's no way you're going to let those sit there for like 10 minutes. You're going to eat them and you're going to burn the roof of your mouth, Patrick Young. What are you doing?
Trying to turn your loud self down.
Hey, shut your filthy mouth.
There we go.
you heard, and scooch up a little closer if you can here. There you are. There you are.
Terry, look at those flip-flops you got going on there.
I am at the beach, baby. Look, white. It's beach time. It's spring, baby. You like them? You don't like? Hold on.
No, I don't like them at all.
I love my white Oakleys.
Don't like them at all.
Well, you ain't wearing them.
I'm not. You asked my opinion. I just shared it with you.
Okay, fair enough. But as we go to break, fried green tomatoes.
Good.
They're dropped in the grease, right? They got a little crust, you know. Fried okra and pizza. Those are three dishes.
I don't eat fried okra.
It's so good. Hey, but when it gets served, especially the pizza, you go, I know I got to let it cool down. And nobody lets it cool down, and you burn.
I let it cool down.
You burn? No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
I've seen you don't.
Now you haven't eaten a pizza.
Yeah.
Say that again, Zach.
You got to let the cheese settle. You got to have some type of constraint.
Man, and it'll burn you. Ooh,
I love it.
Ooh. Hey, Patrick Young's here. What are you doing?
I'm about to order something to snack on because it's only right.
Later. We're gonna visit with our buddy Dean McQuitting later.
Sawgrass Assets.
Yeah, he's just coming down this way. And
Sawgrass Assets.
Yeah, big wheel.
Big money. Yeah,
big wheel.
Yes.
What's he meeting with us for?
I don't know.
Actually, it's just to say hi, man. We hadn't seen Dean in a while.
Yeah, love Dean. It's the best. He came to the game that you stood me up on.
Yeah, I did.
And
after Florida got beat so bad, I didn't want to watch any basketball the other day. Saturday.
Yeah, you would have been sad. You would have been angry. JU was getting the break speed off in the first half.
We're at a break, but I want to keep you here. Obviously, you're going to be here for the show. You have this week off. There's so many games and so many analysts and all. You didn't have to go to Charlotte. Wow.
Kansas.
The Florida game.
Watch out for them boys.
Hey, the Florida game on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Tennessee. I thought Missouri would win. What a good, strong win. Great game last night. Two good teams, man. Missouri fought hard. I thought they'd win that game.
Yeah.
That was a good, solid win for Tennessee at home.
Absolutely.
What do you think? What do you think of that game?
Yeah, I mean, Missouri was up early in that in the first half, and they're a good team.
They are good, man.
Man, Dennis Gates, like you can't fire it just because the coach has a bad season. You can't be ready to jump the ship, like Lamont. Because I'm thinking about Lamont Paris. He's there. I mean, they're still over.
Yeah.
Like looking at Dennis Gates, they went 0-18 last year, and look at them now, man.
How about that? That Missouri team is good.
Yeah.
They're not flukish. It's not a matchup. They
don't have like a star guy though.
No.
That's where it kind of like gets me. Because they used to have that kid, Kobe Brown. Oh,
nice
he was
player.
unbelievable.
Yeah. You remember that year? It was about 10 years ago, maybe less, but about that. Missouri threw three guards in the NBA. Three of those. They got three big guards. I'd have to look them up. Brown was one of the guys.
Wow.
They threw three guys. That Missouri team is good. They can beat you. They got Gray down low. They got shooters.
Gray is good. Gray was at South Carolina last year.
I did not know
Yeah.
that. I did not know until last night that Missouri has a teammate of Chaz Lanier at UNF. They kept saying that. Did you know? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
A big white kid that made a couple of threes.
He did.
Yeah. And Tennessee's good. Tennessee
is a good team.
They're coached well.
Yeah, absolutely. And when Zakai Ziegler is not taking 10 threes a game, I think they're a much better team.
Man, he'll drive
He's
you
a
nuts.
really good player.
He'll drive
really
you nuts.
Good.
He's so quick.
But goodness gracious, yeah, he's so quick. It's interesting.
Do you remember
he
getting
takes the ball out a lot?
Do you remember Patrick Young? Did you get caught? You're going to get caught on a switch with a little guy.
Oh yeah, of course.
Did they drive you nuts?
Oh my God, Irving Walker was so quick.
But that was your teammate.
Scotty's quick.
Against you.
Oh, dude, against us, Russ Smith was number one.
And you, a Louisville guy, right?
And then
you got switched somehow. And what'd you do?
Sebastian Napier and Boatwright, those guys were unbelievable.
What do you do? I mean, you're a big, strong, 6'10", big, thick guy.
And I'm quick, and I was quick for a big guy
size.
for my size, quick for my size.
But all of a sudden, there's a 6'2" cat quick guy. What's your approach for you? You got about what 10, 15 seconds to.
You try to just make sure you can get a good contest and don't give them something very easy. Like they're gonna be able to beat you and they're gonna be able to get their shot off, but you just don't want it to be like a wide open layup you give up. You know, like you can still get a hand to contest.
If you got switched, and that happens in basketball, and all of a sudden, big, strong, power forward center Patrick Young,
it happens.
You're on their point guard who's cat quick. Did you think to yourself, if I can just kill 10 seconds, 15 seconds, we can get back? And is there a call?
There's no switch back.
Is there? No, there's not a switch
After about 10 seconds, you just about switch everything. Like if there's 10 seconds left on the shot clock, then you just assume the next pick and roll, you're going to switch it.
What between you and your teammate? Obviously, you're in man if you get switched like that. Is that what went wrong to get a 6'1" on you and you're 6'10"? Did somebody go under, over, or just happen? They're good at what they do.
Automatically switch. Well, if it happens on accident,
and they're good at what they do.
If it happens on accident, that just means the big got a really good screen on their guard, and then it's almost like one-on-one with the mismatch.
Now, to be fair, I'm sure you had a couple of swats that you stayed close enough. They went for a layup, and you probably swatted them.
Yeah, when you're taller than a guy, you can give him a foot.
Like Condon did the other night, he stepped over the guy. Who was it? Condon got switched on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, a little point guard.
Edwards. The guy. Yeah, Edwards. Justin Edwards.
Condon swatted him.
Did.
He looked,
that kid was having a good game, too.
He was. But Condon was very sharp in that. He swatted him. Crowd went nuts. He gave him a look, but he didn't stay too long to get a tee, and he stepped over him, which means he stepped over him too.
Yeah.
And it all said, "Little man, I'm a big man."
You gotta work on your trash talk.
Yeah. Did you enjoy swatting the guard? If you got switched, you said,
enjoy. I mean, you're doing your job. You know that you.
Now, to be fair,
you're more caught up on if you felt like you should have stopped the guy and they scored on you. That gets you more hung up.
To be fair, how about the opposite? When the switch happened and the little guard got stuck with you, did you abuse him?
You're supposed to. That's the problem about the college basketball. A lot of teams, those switches happen every single game.
Yeah.
Over in Europe, they don't make this mistake. Like you play the mismatch. You always, they switched. So now the 6-foot guard is against the 6'11" center. Yeah, we're giving him the ball every time. Duh, because you're either going to score or he's going to foul you. One of the two. And obviously there's.
When you got to switch
all the time.
When you're the big, you got the ball.
But you got to make sure. You got to make sure that for one, so the little guards are going to try to take the ball if you dribble, and then also they're going to try to flop. A lot of them are going to try to flop, which is smart. Yeah, what other option you got? What option do you have? If I'm 10 inches taller than you, and got a
60 pounds,
70 pounds, you got what other option you got?
Yeah, and why not?
I would probably do that. Just think about that. Just think about this.
If you put that little
Shaquille O'Neal, didn't matter who.
If you put that shoulder of yours into me, I'd be flopping trying to buy a foul.
You had to flop with Shaq. what else are you gonna do?
You think?
You try to fight him. David Robinson tried to fight against him. He got dunked on. Sean Bradley tried to fight against him.
When you got a switch and you got the ball, were you just like salivating? Time to go to work.
Yeah, but you
work.
don't want to get out of control because
too quick.
You can get too excited and that guard can get a hand on the ball or you end up just rushing your shot. You got to always get to you. That's what drives me. That's the thing that drives me crazy about Ruben Chinyelu, just that he never gets under control. I love him.
You don't like him.
He does. He needs to do a better job getting under control.
He's good around the back. He's good from 3 feet.
He's gotten a lot better. Oh man,
yeah,
he's improved so much since the beginning of the season. You know, crazy. And I think I sent it to you in the number of games played this season. He's averaging the same exact stats as Micah and Logden.
It doesn't feel like that, does it? It doesn't feel like that.
I don't know.
Logden to me is a much better rounded player.
Yeah.
Than him. As we go to break, you sent me a text last night. By the way, that was a really good game last night. Tennessee, Missouri. The Florida game, obviously Tuesday.
Are we about to lament about?
You sent me a text. You go, here we go, here we go.
I cannot stand
the reviews, and they started,
dude.
And buddy, the college.
If you got Pat Adams, if you ever got Pat Adams on there, dude, just change the channel for the next 15 minutes and come back, and you'll still have time for the finish.
College basketball has they have a real issue. They've got to figure. The reviews are choking the life out of college. Is it not,
bro?
It's choking the life.
It's god-awful, man.
The minute you text it, I think they went 6 reviews in 2 minutes.
And you said something too about something, and I was like, Terry, I would like that thing will become a priority to me when that thing changes. Nothing is worse than the last 3 minutes in basketball, college basketball.
And it was a great game.
Nothing is worse.
It was a great game. Heavyweights going at it. And, man, all of a sudden with about 4, you text me, you go, here we go. And, buddy, the next 2 minutes of actual game time took 15, and they had 6 reviews. And some of them just, you got to go with it.
Yeah.
You got to go with the call, man. Go with the call. And review had not quite come in when you were playing at Florida, right?
No.
It wasn't quite in yet.
It wasn't in. It was very, very minuscule things.
It was close.
Yeah, if it happened, maybe you get 1 review for a touch ball.
Yeah, definitely.
Or a shot clock.
Let's take a break. Patrick Young's here. We're live. As you can hear, the patio. This is patio weather, is it not?
I want a beer.
My good.
Can I have a beer on air?
No. Well, yeah, you can.
Yeah,
you can. I can't tell you when we get up there. I'm ordering these fried green tomatoes. I love those.
I don't believe you.
And Zach said, Zach, what were you going? Lobster bacon burger?
Yeah, lobster bacon burger. Oh yeah.
Ooh. This is up the special menu here.
That sounds pretty good.
At Sliders. He's Patrick Young. I'm Terry Norvelle. On lot to talk about college basketball. Napier makes another hire, and guess what side of the ball it was on? Defense. Again, we'll talk about that. All kinds of stuff. And we hope to hear from Dr. Bates. He was flying yesterday. We hope to have Dr. Bates on with our Southeast Orthopedic specialist. Yes. Dun, 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 dun. Nice. Did you see as we break? There's my man right there. You were
observing his truck.
You busted me. You've got a Chevy.
Yeah.
Gorgeous, big blue. He's got a Ford, and it looks just like yours.
He must have just traded that thing.
He did.
Because he had a BMW last time I saw. Huh?
Yeah. But man, he loves that truck, man. They look a lot alike. I thought those 2 trucks were
similar
fight.
colors.
I thought y'all's 2 trucks were going to fight. Man, yours is nice there. That's a nice grill on the front, and that's a nice big blue. Nice.
I need to get those scratches buffed out.
No, Big Blue looks good.
Yeah.
Big Blue still drive good?
Still drive well, yep.
Nice. All right, Pat Young, Terry Norvelle, and you coming back on the other side. You see our lineup, man. We're proud of our streaming channel we've got here. We are part of the
we got the best logo.
Yeah, how about that? Look at that logo.
We got the best one.
That is a good logo.
Yeah.
I can't lie. I can't lie.
Let's see who's going to try to upgrade theirs first to
get
better than ours.
Yes.
They can't.
There you have it. All right, we'll come back. We got a lot of sports to talk all the way through 6 p.m. Pat Young, Terry Norvelle, and you on the other side.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Bricks Jack's Beach features all that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Bricks Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Bricks Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jax 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice 3-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jax app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jax 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device. You're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jax Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jax 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC 143-2579.
Okay, we're here. We're here. All right, back we are. He is Patrick Young. He's got his nose in the menu. Patrick's hungry. Patrick hungry.
I'm very hungry.
I know what I'm getting. I'm getting a little side fried green tomato. We're gonna eat
Shrimp
here. We got
and grits. That sounds pretty great.
What are you getting?
Shrimp and grits. I was just looking at the entree there.
We'll get something I can pick out off your plate.
Heck
too.
no, that's not happening.
Don't you hate those guys? Oh, you gonna eat that? Can I have a bite?
Oh, my ex-girlfriend. Oh my gosh, she drove me crazy.
And I hate people. How about friends when you do that? And you're like, dude.
I just get like so excited for my food. Like I want to just eat my meal and like the completion of it, and then just the idea of shit. Like it's not appealing to me to share. Let's trade a bite. I don't want a bite of your stuff.
Or what about your buddies? You'll be eating somewhere out, whatever, and they'll start reaching, and I'm like, when's the last time you washed your hands, dude? Don't be reaching all up on my plate, right?
Yeah. I don't like that one at all. Yeah.
You got to wash your hands, dude.
We got problems if you're doing that. Real problems. Putting your hands on the food.
No doubt about it. Hey, man, Super Bowl. Have you heard? Super Bowl Sunday.
I haven't.
I think it'll be a good game.
What's that?
Super Bowl Sunday. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a good game.
Hope so.
Two good teams. And
everyone's saying that the Eagles are going to break the attempt in rushing attempts. In Super Bowl, they're going to just. Yeah. I don't see why not.
Boy, that's a nice offensive line they've got.
I think I heard their average size is 6'4",
Biggest
326 or 36 pounds.
Biggest Super Bowl offensive line ever in
monsters, bro.
in history. Yeah.
That's what a top 5 offensive line looks like right there. If you want to be elite,
no doubt.
The defensive line.
I got a couple things for you here. Kind of outside the realm, but we like to do this. One of them, on this date, Patrick, 1971. We're going to the world of golf. You ready? The most difficult bunker shot in the history of golf was taken. Any idea where the hell? And there's no arguing. This is the hardest bunker shot in the history of golf. And I'm laughing because it's a little bit fun, but it's true. This date, 1971, astronaut Alan Shepard, standing on the moon, right? We had landed on the moon one of these times. You know, we've been to the moon a couple times. Alan Shepard, you may remember that name. It's an astronaut, right?
Yeah.
So he's in the moon landing, right? And lands. And this guy, how about this? He smuggled a collapsible 6-iron. It was a Wilson Staff Dynapower 6-iron. He hooked it. When they went to the moon, they had one of those rock scoopers. You know, you want to scoop moon rocks to bring back. So they had a built-in scooper, right, to go when they get on the surface of the moon. Well, Alan Shepard, the astronaut, before they blasted off, he snuck a 6-iron and attached it to the scooper, and nobody saw it, right? And he took a couple golf balls with him.
That's awesome.
And he hit 2 shots from the freaking moon, and it's on video and all.
I wonder what his
one of them went 26 yards, and one of them went 40 yards.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's
one of them he shanked, the first one.
And no
but
gravity?
That's got to be say that again, Zach.
And no gravity, it only went 20 yards?
Yeah, and for fun, it's always been said that's the longest shot in the history of golf because it's still going. But the scientists said somehow it landed, and they think they've got pictures of the 2 golf balls from 1971.
Wow, that's cool.
Because it was all filmed.
That's really cool.
But how about this guy? What if he took a golf club that was made out of some kind of, and he didn't tell anybody? He smuggled this on to the, right? Because the scientists weren't going to let him take a golf. No, it's got to be all. What if that piece of, it was a wrong piece of metal or something, and it caused it short.
Thank goodness it wasn't.
How cool was that?
What an awful way to lose a bunch of money.
Hey, the most famous
and lives and a bunch of money.
That's got to be the most famous golf shot in the history of golf, right?
It's probably pretty easy to smuggle that into that studio in Stanley Kubrick's basement, though. You know, it probably wasn't that hard.
So you don't think we really went to the moon? You hear him? He's conspiracy theorist. You don't think we really went to the moon, do you?
No, I'm just saying that's my second favorite Stanley Kubrick movie after The Shining. The Shining's better though. I'm just joshing.
The Shining.
That's creepy.
Shining's
movie,
good.
Man.
It's creepy.
By the way, the hotel that a lot of that was filmed in, The Shining. I've been there.
Somebody famous didn't like it because at the beginning of the movie, Jack Nicholson, his character already kind of is a little bit just agitated.
Well, Jack Nicholson is crazy.
They wanted it to be like he was like a completely normal guy that just got corrupted by he was kind of like already on edge. Like you knew this guy needed help. Like, man, he's got some anger issues.
Hey, that was the one with the 2 twin girls. Yeah.
Shelley Duvall, man, or Wendy Duvall.
Oh, Johnny.
Nice.
Look at Johnny
What's
Pop.
up, man? How you doing?
Look at Johnny Pop with a Fletcher helmet on.
Wow, look at that thing. Yeah.
How about that? He puts the Fletcher football helmet on and comes over here.
That's awesome.
That guy's famous right there now. That's Johnny Pop from the Oyster Bar here. You know how many oysters he's shut at that bar over the years? He's got people that come back on vacation and stuff.
To come see him?
Year after year. That guy right there is a legend.
Wow.
You know?
That's awesome.
And he put the Fletcher helmet on. How about that?
That's awesome.
He about knocked you out of that chair.
Yeah, I know, right?
He about knocked you out of that chair. Staying with the Super Bowl. Did you hear the story? One of the million stories going around, and A-Rod has admitted to this. Alex Rodriguez, right? Great baseball player.
Yes.
Well, Patrick Mahomes, you may have known this. And do we have is Kade on? Oh, Zach, I heard you dialing somebody up. Patrick Mahomes, his dad was a Major League Baseball player. He was a pitcher. Hold on. Patrick's ordering. Oh, hold on. When the food comes, Patrick's ordering. So anyway, Zach, we hear a little bit of background noise. Is that on your end or our end? Or there we go. Oh, okay. Hey, Kade, are you there? Yeah, I think he's trying to get. Kade, we can hear you. I think a little bit. Are you there, buddy?
The fried green tomatoes.
Fried green tomatoes?
Fried green tomatoes. Yes. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Oh, beer.
All right.
Yeah.
Kade, are you there? We're trying to hook up with Kade Kistner, our buddy from Sports Illustrated, with a report from New Orleans, site of the Super Bowl coming up on Sunday.
Intuition IPA, please.
Got it.
Okay, Patrick, I think your phone is on. Kill your phone. You're not on the phone anymore. You're.
Oh, good.
I'm good. He just ruined our show. The guy started ordering food. Got his phone.
Hey, man,
on.
you got to grab. They're busy.
Yeah.
It's busy here. You got to grab when you can.
Kill your phone. I think you're still hooked up.
My phone?
Okay. Now you're off, I think. All right, is Kade there? Okay. All right. We thought we had Kade.
Gotcha.
I want to get back to the story. By the way, what'd you order here at Sliders?
Shrimp and grits. Man, there's a lot of trades here in the NBA still going on.
Anything big? It's deadline's today, right?
Yeah.
Anything big? Anything like Luka going to the Lakers?
Man, nothing that catastrophic. Yeah.
Woo. Who got the win there, do you think? Is it hard to say?
Well, they're saying, look, LeBron is, how many more years does he really have at this high level? So they're trying to win right now. Like,
Luka's clearly a better player than LeBron right now, right?
I would say.
Luka's, he's
but
the best player in the Lakers.
I mean, neither one of them on their own can win.
Can they coexist
together? Yeah. Well, Luka's going to have to be willing to stop dribbling so much. Gosh, he's so ball heavy. He's so ball heavy. But watch, there's going to be a game where Luka and LeBron go for 40 apiece or something like that. I know it's going to happen.
Or I don't know their personalities all the way. Will their personalities clash?
Oh no, not at all. No. Luka was LeBron's favorite player.
Will the key to this whole trade for the Lakers standpoint, will it be, will Luka buy into the LA body diet? Right? Don't they have some kind of famous diet out there?
My man on that Ozempic.
Yes.
He might need a G. Yeah. Man, he could stand to lose 5 to 10.
Somebody
and gain some more muscle.
Somebody had a great Luka quote, and it was a pro Luka quote. I don't know if it might have been LeBron, it might have been Stephen A. They're like, man, I'll take Fat Luka. Fat Luka's good.
Fat Luka's great. Fat Luka is
right.
Fat Luka is not Fat James Harden. Those are completely different.
So did you hear the quote? A-Rod, Alex Rodriguez, the great baseball player, he comes out yesterday, I think, and he admitted to this. It makes him sound kind of crazy, but A-Rod, Patrick Mahomes' dad pitched in the bigs. He was a good, solid pitcher. So Mahomes was around Major League Baseball as a kid growing up, and obviously A-Rod, and they were teammates. Senior Mahomes and A-Rod were teammates at one point, I think with Texas or what have you. And A-Rod admitted to this. He goes, when little Patrick was getting older and becoming a junior high school, becoming a star, it was a long time ago, A-Rod said, I literally gave him the advice of give up football because he was a baseball football guy.
Oh wow,
Mahomes, great athlete,
wow.
great baseball player. Good.
Yeah.
And A-Rod said, my advice was to Patrick Mahomes, hey, walk away from football, dude.
Wow.
Baseball, you're a
wow.
How about that?
Wow. And he's eating his words now. Goodness gracious.
But he admitted to it.
Yeah.
That's like one of my worst ever.
But he was probably that good of a baseball player.
Baseball player. And you can look at him. He's got quick hands.
Yeah.
He's athletic. I bet he was a good.
I bet he probably
center fielder or whatever.
He got drafted. I mean,
yeah. And his dad was a baseball guy, so he probably, baseball was not forced on him, but he was.
I'm sure he got tired. Baseball can be boring, man. When you're a young kid.
And I played it. Yeah. Right now, what is it? 4:40. If I was at JU, we would have just wrapped up practice. 2:30. Random. What is today? Thursday. Random Thursday. We got a series tomorrow. Let's say. There you go.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. Mine's Diet Coke. Yeah, Diet Coke. I don't know what
That's
is.
mine.
It almost looks
That's
like
mine, Terry.
apple cider.
Why are you taking my? You're taking my drink.
No, that's mine.
No, I see. You're not listening.
You're drinking the apple cider.
I ordered both.
Apple cider, right? That's apple
She's
cider.
getting you a refill right now, so that one is mine.
This is not yours.
Oh my gosh, Terry!
You ordered 2 drinks.
I ordered 2 drinks.
Patrick Young, you're driving.
Zach, how many times do I have to say I've ordered 2 drinks? Like, is there any other way I ordered a Diet Coke and a beer? Like,
Patrick, you're driving. Oh, you have a Tesla. Do you have a Tesla? And it can just drive you home?
Woo!
Patrick,
That first
you
sip.
needed that, didn't you?
All right, what's the next topic?
But I was going to say, you talk about baseball. You know, I played through college. I love baseball. I love the game of baseball. But today could be a random. Let's say I was at JU still. It's Thursday. We're in the baseball season. Okay, let's say that. And maybe we're playing UNC Charlotte in a 3-game series, Friday, Saturday, so at JU. Okay.
Okay.
So we're having practice today. You start at 2:30, right? And maybe we're going to take some ground balls, maybe go over we're talking the dugout for a few minutes, right? Okay, infielders go here, pitchers go there, blah, 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 blah. Well, batting practice can be boring. You know, there's a lot of standing around. You know, infielders, between batting practice pitches, you get a ground ball, but it can be boring. It can, and that's one of the issues that baseball wrestles with. Practices can be boring.
Oh, man.
Basketball practice is fun, right? You're indoors. It's not hot. It's not cold. You're indoors. Who doesn't like shooting a basketball, right?
Yeah, more action as well. You know, yeah, man. Like, unless you break into groups, it's a lot of standing around especially for outfielders.
Did you in your basketball practices? Did you get sent, Patrick? Go shoot 100 free throws. Patrick, go shoot 100 turnarounds from the right side.
Yeah, you get stuff like that.
Do you get like that? Yeah.
You know, you end up you find your own routine.
Yeah.
But your routine does need to include like a lot of makes and a lot of shots. But you it's the closer you are.
Is that mine? I don't know what's going on here now. I have no idea. May I drink this or no? Thank you. Is this my pack or do you want 3?
I will. Yeah, I do want 3. I'll take it. Yeah, I will happily drink yours.
All right. I want to ask you one more basketball practice question. And gosh darn it, escaped me. Basketball practice. I can't remember what it was.
Sexty Terry.
Sexty. I turned 60 on, when do I turn? The 15th. When is that? A week from Saturday. So Justin Timberlake, scooch over. He thought he brought the sexy back. I'm bringing the sexty. Can you believe I'm going to be 60 years old?
Yes, I can.
Oh, that hurt.
I can.
That hurt. Why? Is it the wrinkles? Is it the gray hair? That's what. Hey, you notice I get my hair cut really short. You know why you can do that? It knocks the gray out. No, seriously, you cut the gray out. What about this sweet haircut?
I can see the gray, Terry. Like, it's not.
Dude, have you said anything nice to me all day today? Huh?
I'm just being honest.
We're taking this to
the top of the hour. Oh yeah, it's really working.
And I want you to be honest. I want you to be honest.
It's great to have gray hair.
Are you? Well, they all say,
women
like the assault and battery. Well, it hadn't happened to me yet. I hadn't had one girl.
If Belichick can get,
I know
that 24-year-old girl.
But
Terry.
you know, I'm glad you brought.
Would that be weird dating a girl
Belichick.
that's the same age as your daughter? That'd be so weird.
That'd be really weird. But I'm glad you brought that up. I figured out Bill Belichick. You know, he's 72, right? And he's got a 24-year-old beautiful girlfriend. Of course he gets chicks. He's got the word chick in his name. Belichick. That's how it's spelled. You know that, right? Zach, right? Zach. Belichick has the word chick in his name. Look it up.
That logic is certainly airtight, but I think it might potentially have something to do with the fact that he has more digits in his bank account than he does Super Bowl rings.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm going to lean on that side there.
Zach, can you do me a favor? On your computer right there, look up the name Bill Belichick, and I want you to spell it out. I'm telling you, it hit me the other day. The word chick is in his name.
I wonder if he's met the girl's parents.
So if you changed your name to Terry Norchick,
Norvelle.
There you
Can
go.
Can you properly spell Bill Belichick's last name, please, for me?
Oh,
right
I do
now.
appreciate you throwing in the word
Here
properly,
we
so
go.
I couldn't change. It is Belichick, which does end.
The word chick is
Check.
in his name.
Not
Of course,
check.
he's rolling.
Airtight.
The logic is definitely the logic is airtight for sure.
Right?
I mean, it's almost impossible to argue.
Well, Patrick, that's why you date young girls.
I don't date anybody.
He dates young girls, Patrick. His name is Patrick Young.
No one. Actually,
I hadn't been on a date. I wouldn't know. Do you still pick a girl up at her house? How do you date? I hadn't been to the movies. I hadn't been to.
You haven't been to the movies?
Who am
Movies
I?
is not a date.
Hey,
unless it's like your
when
wife
you're
or something
60
like that.
years old, who the hell do you date at 60? It's like.
You go for the 40s, my guy.
Yeah.
I mean, well, they said that like the retirement house homes, like the houses, it gets crazy. They go door to door, just interacting with each other. So I guess that's what you do. You almost qualify for those places, Terry. You're really close. You're
almost
Thanks, guys. Boy, thanks. Wham, 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 wham. Thanks. So you guys are telling me I need
5
to,
away, my guy.
I need to look at maybe moving down to the villages. Is that what y'all are saying?
Yeah, exactly.
The villages might be some fun.
If I moved to the villages, Patrick would be every week. Terry, can I come down and
Heck
stay?
no, man.
No, Patrick. I don't have room at the end,
Heck
brother.
no, man.
Hey, no room at the end, brother.
How about you clean up in there?
Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Where are we going? A-Rod, the longest golf shot. We've got Dr. Bates, I think, coming up. I got a bunch of Super Bowl stuff. Billy Napier named another assistant coach today, and it's on the defensive side of the ball. Dude, he's dug in, man. He thinks, and I'm
Who is their OC? They have one. They have someone that's like in the room with them.
He gives like co-OCs to guys. Oh, nice.
That's mine, and that's theirs.
Nice. And they're hot, right? I got them cool. They always burn me when I eat. Okay. Oh yeah. This goes your way. Thank you so much. And we're gonna eat while we're on the air. How about some silverware just for the heck of it?
Just for the heck of it.
That'd be great. Patrick, you got silverware?
I have a spoon.
How'd you get a spoon? Not fair.
Well,
hey, you want
see
one of
this
these?
girl in the blue?
Yeah,
she
she's
works
so sweet.
here.
Yeah,
She's
look at
a
these.
server.
Look at these fried
So
green
when
tomatoes.
she takes your order, she brings out your
She
food.
seems to be paying
and then
attention to you more than me, though.
Sometimes they bring silverware with that
Oh,
at
look.
the same time, just like that.
Look.
Terry. So that's how that happened. That's how I got silverware.
I think servers serve nicer people first. So she's been serving you and hadn't served me at all. Am I mean, Pat?
You're something.
All right, I'll tell you what, Zach. Let's take an extended break.
Delicious.
We're gonna dive into this great food at Sliders
Shrimp and
Oyster
grits,
Bar,
baby.
and we've got a lot of other topics to get to here on the program. 1 hour down, 1 to go. He's Patrick Young. I'm Terry Norvelle. Boy, the NFL, the PA has said we do not want 18 games, but if the NFL owners they offer something good enough, they'll take it. What will be the offer? Because the owners want 18, the players don't. Let's talk about that on the other side. The Young and Norvelle Show continues live from Sliders Patio on a Thursday. Back after this quick timeout.
For those dealing with pain from a sports injury, arthritis, or spine condition, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists offers innovative new non-surgical options. Our regenerative medicine treatments, including platelet-rich plasma and other regenerative treatments, use your body's own restorative cells to aid in treating injuries. These procedures are performed in our offices and typically require minimal downtime. If you want to get back to doing what you love, our regenerative treatment options may be right for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms, whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV. You can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
It's a new logo, new branding. With Bold City Heating and Air, it's an old school approach. One of the few locally owned and operated air conditioning businesses left in Jacksonville. It's hot, Florida in the summer. You can't do much to avoid it, but you can keep cool with Bold City Heating and Air. It's every customer counts kind of service, from when these trucks have pulled up to my home over the last couple of years and when they pull into your driveway as well. From communication to pricing to the actual service, everyone at Bold City Heating and Air cares about you. You know who is coming to your house. You know they will be well trained and they will respect your home. Air conditioning convenience at boldcityac.com. Stay cool while it gets hot. Bold City Heating and Air can help. Don't get caught sweating all summer. boldcityac.com, and they have financing to help. New systems starting at $110 a month and $50 off any repairs. Stay safe, stay comfortable with Bold City Heating and Air at boldcityac.com. Homegrown in your hometown.
All right, time to talk some sports medicine. We do it normally on Wednesdays. Dr. Bates was traveling. We've got Dr. Aaron Bates joining us from Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. A couple things to get into, my good doctor. Number 1, how's your wing? How you feeling, man? You know, you're coming back from that surgery.
It's coming along. Recovering every week.
Nice. When do you think scalpel gets in hand? when do you get back?
Tuesday.
Oh my. Yeah, how about that? Dr. Bates, we got a lot of stuff. Patrick's sitting here next to me. We've got a lot of stuff. First of all, the Jacksonville Jaguars, Liam Cohen names a offensive coordinator by the name of Udinski, 29 years old. His college trip, I think he played at Towson. Do we know this guy? Towson State. He played football. Udinski. Did you rough up this guy? Was he a teammate? Who was this guy? You're 29, right?
I think he's a bit younger than me. Unfortunately, you know, I don't get these grades for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Patrick, I tried to set him up there, but
you almost got him.
Yeah. But Udinski, the offensive coordinator, 29 years old. I think he played at 2 colleges. One of them's Townsend. He played at Townsend.
That's cool.
What is Townsend? The Bears? What are you guys?
Tigers.
Yeah. Tigers, Bears. Oh my, Patrick. Oh my. Walter Clayton. The big news around Gator basketball. He rolled his ankle. Patrick, I think he rolled it twice. Kind of. Was that the Tennessee game?
Remember. Yeah.
Kind of rolled it,
He did.
and then that second time, missed Doctor the most recent Gator game. They held him out. Florida won the game. The word was, though, he was seen all week on campus with no boot. So he was getting around without a boot. I'm assuming that's a real good sign. And if it's no boot, does it appear, a week or two and he's going to be back on the court maybe even Saturday at Auburn.
Yeah, that's certainly a great sign. I guess he was in the boot first just to calm the soft tissues down. And now he's doing some functional rehab. He's walking around without a boot. He can probably get back with a functional brace or just getting taped up.
Yeah.
He may be ready by Tuesday.
Yeah, makes sense, right?
Yeah.
But oh my goodness, he gets the boot off or gets cleared to play, and they play at Auburn. One loss. Auburn clearly the best team in the country. Pat, I think.
Yeah, without a doubt.
And you
Auburn
better
and Duke to the Final Four, final game.
and you better have your wheels. Auburn will go up and down. They'll want to go up and down.
Janiah Broom he's so smart, man.
And man,
smartest player.
Doc, we talked about Janiah Broom. He had a major twisted ankle. Man, he sat out
got back.
He sat out
way
10
quicker than I
days,
thought.
and I don't know what they did, Doc, but he didn't miss a beat when he came back with that ankle. Broom.
Yeah. I mean, he did the same thing that Clayton's doing. Functional rehab, doing all the right things, settling down the soft tissues, and kind of stabilizing it, taped up, maybe even the brace while he's playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he had 16 points in his first game back, and the game after that, like 20-something.
Yeah, his first game back,
dang.
they said, Bruce Pearl said something to the effect, well, he'll be on limited minutes. He played a ton. He didn't start, but he played a ton, and he went 16-13. He went double-double like he'd never missed a game. I guess that's what you do when you're maybe the player of the year. Dr. Bates, I wanted to ask you about your office. Obviously, you've done it a long time with Southeast Orthopedic specialist, and the calendar kind of happens the same way to a degree. We're in running season now, right? I mean, one of the big marathons was this past weekend. I think the Donna Marathon, and that's a big event here. We are only a couple of weeks away from the River Run, and that is a massive event here. It's been around for well over 30 years. Does your office feel that? Do you? And I don't know if it would be new runners that get too excited. Veteran runners, do you guys see coming in the door, springtime? I mean, look at the weather today. It's 82 degrees. Do you feel the seasonal, it's running season. People are now running, and I can do a marathon. I can do the River Run. Well, do they get ahead of themselves? Do you see patients coming in because of this season?
Yeah, often. And it's both ways. So it's the runners that haven't really been doing much and say, I want to go and do the Don, or I want to go and do the Gate River Run, and they just get out and start doing it. And that's where you see injuries. But then we also see the overuse type stuff. These runners that have been running all year and maybe overdoing it. And they have these different goals. They want to do the Donna. They want to do the 15K. And, for some reason, they're overrunning, and they're not taking care of themselves and not listening to their bodies. And they're pushing, and they come and expect us to do something to get them through it. What's that?
Is there like a time of year where you just know there's going to be
that door's going to open
more injuries than, like, to the point? I guess you wouldn't really see it unless you guys just had to turn down a lot of patients just because you don't have enough hands or time to do it. I'm just I guess I'm curious. Is there a time period in the orthopedic world that we know that dirty December?
Yeah,
you're gonna,
exactly.
Something like that.
Well, yeah, injuries are seasonal. A lot of them with certain sports. But as far as running is concerned, and it's all year round, so we kind of see that all year as well.
Well, Doc, I know for a fact I can recall 7 or 8 times I've run into friends of mine over the years, literally, that said, you know what, I just did, or I'm going to do the River Run. I just decided. And I mean, they haven't run at all.
Yeah.
And you're talking 9.3. I mean, over 2 bridges. That can't, and I mean, it may be a New Year's Eve thing. I'm going to run the River Run. I've run into several friends of mine that have done it. And most of the time when I talk to them, it didn't go well. It didn't go well. That's 9.3. I know you got adrenaline. It's 2 bridges, 9.3 miles. That's not smart, Doc. That's just not smart.
That is a lot.
Well, typically, if you haven't done anything else during the year, like you're not busy working out, even if you're running up and down the court, that helps.
Yeah.
But if you don't go from doing anything and then you want to go back and run 9.3 and you try to get ready within a month, that's tough to do.
Yeah. Yeah, that really is. What are your thoughts? the shoe wear is important too, right? I mean, you know, I mean, you don't have to go buy a $400 dollar pair of shoes, but having that shoe, the proper shoe is important, right?
It certainly makes a difference. You want a very supportive shoe, something with some cushion as well, and something that's not too run out already.
And not a high heel. I know that's something that has been changed, that you don't want the heel of your running shoe to be so high, because that's going to lead to a lot of just pounding through your joints, and it's not as natural of a like that heel strike.
Yeah, the gait, the natural gait.
Yeah, it changes your gait, changes your heel strike and toe off. Probably puts a little more pressure on the ball and toes of your foot. So it's going to put more pressure on your plantar fascia.
Doc, I know a lot of people, and I used to subscribe to this theory. I think I've kind of gotten off of it a little bit. When you go to pick a running shoe, can there be too much cushion? You know, a lot of people will immediately squeeze the heel and they just want a bunch of cushion. Can there be too much cushion?
Well, when you're talking about changing heel strike and all that, if the heel is too high, then yes. But as far as the cushion is concerned, I think a lot of cushion is good, so long as it's not run out.
Yeah, definitely. We talked a moment ago about the gait. You know, we all have a natural gait, a walk or a run, right? We all have. We may, what is it, supinate or pronate too much, or what? But we have a natural gait. It may be a good gait. I'll never forget. And we're sitting here, 200 yards from the ocean. I've been a runner for about 30 years. I'm kind of backing off a little bit now, doing more incline, heavy incline, heavy walking. I just kind of, after 30 years, Patrick, I think I told the story about the gate. I lived on 5th Avenue South, little tiny apartment, loved it. This was years ago. And I would run on the beach all the time, right? I mean, that would be my morning run. I'd go to the gym, run on the beach, right? 7:30, 8 o'clock. One morning, I was at the gym, parked my car, and was going to do my normal, 3-4 mile run on the beach. And it was low tide. I love running on low tide when I lived down here. It was low tide. Sun's coming up. It was 8 o'clock in the morning, beautiful. And I had seen so many people over the years run barefoot. And I said, wait a minute. It's 8 in the morning. I can just put my shoes and stuff here. I took my keys with me in my, right? I said, I'm going to run barefoot. And I did I think it was 4 miles, 2 down, 2 back. Well, not wearing a shoe versus wearing a shoe, I found out your heel strike and all is a centimeter different times about 25,000 repetitions. Doc, I could barely move for 2 or 3 days. Because all those muscles, I didn't know this going into it, they obviously fired just a little different. I landed different times. I don't know how many strides you take. Doc, it was the most painful. It was a bad idea because I did it all at one time.
Right. It was bad that you did 2 or 3 miles, 4 miles like you were doing before. It's just different. Now, if you started out with a mile,
maybe
then
you didn't start feeling like discomfort as you were running.
Nope. I would
feel it just walking on the beach with my bare feet. I feel all those little muscles grabbing.
I was excited. Man, this is what these guys do. I see these guys barefoot and all, and this is natural. Well, like Doc said, I didn't do it for a mile or half a mile and then stop and bleed into it. I went 2 down, 2 back. I'm telling you, it was about a day and a half later. Oh my God! Everything from the waist down hurt. And I could
continue to do that over a month, you get used to it.
Yeah,
there are barefoot runners that swear by it. They're just used to running barefoot.
ESPN did a story on, I think it was Ethiopian runners way back in the 70s and 80s. They went and did a story on a village over in like Ethiopia or somewhere. And those natural tribesmen runners, I mean, they're all barefoot. And I mean, they would run, just their life is about running and taking messages. And I mean, these barefoot guys were almost world class, but running was their life, and they did it barefoot. And
they do it every day.
and
their feet probably were so tough.
But
oh
the foot, Doc, isn't the foot designed really not for a shoe? We've humanized we've humanized the foot, haven't we, by putting shoes on it and all? I think isn't it designed to
definitely. I mean, the way we evolved, we've definitely gone that route.
Doc, are you a runner? Were you ever a runner?
I wouldn't call myself a runner. I did run for a while there. I still run a little bit now, but not like I did before. I mean, it's a high impact exercise, so I like to do a lot of different things.
Yeah,
Doc, how hard is it to keep up with, I guess, things going on in the orthopedic world, whether it's newer modalities, and when I say modalities, those are like, you know, stem machine, laser, et cetera. Like, how hard is it to know what to keep up with, you know, other techniques? I mean, I know a lot of this might be some like physical therapy questions, but, you know, I guess some stuff can be, you know, you're waiting for the research to come out and see what studies may have shown on this type of treatment versus this one or whatever. Like, how do you keep up? Because I know, you know, everyone's trying to find the golden egg of how to prevent ACL injuries and how to prevent ankle sprains. But until we get to that day, we're going to have a lot of fails and a lot of other things we try to find. So how hard is it to keep up with all that stuff?
Well, technology and techniques are always evolving, always changing. And so you do have to try to keep on the forefront of all those things. And the way we kind of do it is something called the continuing medical education. And so there's different meetings throughout the year, different groups. And so if you're entrenched in your specialty, and that's all types of medicine, as long as you're entrenched in your specialty and you're concentrating on those changes, then you'll keep up with it. If you don't, you put your head in the sand, then you're going to be doing the same things 20 years ago that you're doing right now.
And those CME hours, they're mandated every year, right? Your profession says you've got to go get your CME.
They're mandated for your license, and they're mandated for your board certification.
How many hours is it?
So for orthopedic boards, the American Orthopedic Society requires 240 hours every 3 years, every 5 years.
Okay.
And is the theory that you, Dr. Bates, you may go get some hours, some qualified hours. You may not necessarily totally agree with everything you're looking at or hearing, but they want you to stay on top of your profession, right? Just what's out there, what's being discussed.
Probably go to, you know, are you able to have hours count if it's a non-orthopedic continued education? Like, could you go to, let's just say, a heart something because you wanted
you can for your medical license, but not from our orthopedic boards. They have to be an orthopedic.
Okay.
But there are also certain other mandated hours that you need for your license, kind of like medical errors, stuff like that.
Okay.
That's like 3 hours, 3 or 4 hours.
Gotcha.
Doc,
really interesting.
Last thing, kind of around what Patrick brought up, and it just
Doc. It's a world. Terry and I are never going to be in. That's why we got so many questions about it.
I know. Kind of what Patrick spurred me to think of this. Your background, what you do for a living, when you're just sitting around watching television, like we all do, obviously, and commercial comes up, and invariably there's some newfangled athletic this or piece of equipment this
copper fit or spray
or a special shoe or a compression something,
an ab maker, a shake weight,
the shake weight, the shake weight or Suzanne Summers Thigh Master. Do you, when you're just on your, do you go? Do some of those commercials just blow you away and go, are people falling for that? You know, I mean, does it blow you away, some of the stuff that's being marketed? Because marketing, you know, everything doesn't have to be legit. In marketing,
for example,
the shake weight doesn't work.
Well, this is recent. You may have seen this, Doc. It was like an advertisement for people with like resting leg syndrome or just something with circulation, and you put your feet on this device, and it just like it moves your feet for you while you're sitting. And it's like I would look at something like that and say, if I were like, are people that lazy that they can't just
Doc,
get up and
do you
walk?
see stuff on TV that you just go,
They
are
can't just
people
get up
buying
and
into
walk?
that, man? Are they buying
Yeah,
into
certainly
that?
there are things I see, man. That is just some BS, and people are always trying to make a buck off of medicine.
Yeah.
It's just the world we live in.
Pat, I remember Pat brought up the copper fit bracelet and all. That was a rage for about 5 years. I never bought into
People
it.
found a way to get to scam you. They'll find a way to scam you.
Doc, people, you couldn't go to any golf course, especially because I think Chichi Rodriguez was one of the first endorsers. You couldn't go to a golf course without every guy had a copper bracelet, and you're like, what is the science here? I mean, what?
Well, what they said was when you put that copper fit bracelet on, was that you'd have better trunk rotation. Like it loosened up all
like
your
that.
muscles in your body.
Yep.
Believe that.
Oh, I think those are the same.
It wasn't work. It wasn't work. It was just put on the bracelet and automatically you'd have better trunk rotation.
And you're going to birdie.
Great
you're
salesman.
going to shoot 5 birdies in your round.
Great salesman. What a pitch they sold.
Well. Hey, as we end this, Doc, you know, when it comes to marketing, if you can market it to a level, somebody's going to buy it. How about we're about a week away from Valentine's Day? How about this? This comes out every year. Doc, if you want to be romantic, you can go online and you can buy a star for your honey.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And they'll give you coordinates.
Yeah.
They'll give you coordinates.
Yeah.
You just bought your sweetie the star at coordinate 101. They're selling stars.
I can't knock the hustle.
I can't either, Patrick. They're selling stars. Doc, you got to buy your lady, your beautiful wife, you got to buy her a star. She'll love you for it.
Listen, I'm going to buy her a star. I'm going to buy you a star. I'm going to buy Patrick a star.
Everybody what a scam. Like
Oprah, everybody gets a star.
I just don't get how people would.
Well, Doc, I always say
you now own that star.
Yes, you've seen that advertisement, right?
It's the dumbest thing I've ever
But it's
heard.
romantic, they say. Doc, what about, and I know we always say last thing, I think this is a scam, and you guys can tell me it's not. How about the saliva test to tell your heritage? I think that's a scam, Doc. I can send in my spit.
Getting some DNA, so there is some science to it. Now, how accurate it is, I'm not sure.
Yeah, how accurate? I don't know.
Yeah, I did it one time, and they said I come from a family of 7-foot tall people, and I'm like, man, I don't know about this, man. I don't know about this. I think I just wasted $89.99 on this.
Look, you just got the bad gene.
I guess so. Yes.
You got the recessive gene.
I got the soccer player gene, not the basketball player gene, I think. So, all right, Dr. Bates, get out of here before we ruin your career.
Oh my God.
Thank you, buddy. Keep getting that wing going, man. We appreciate everything you do.
Thanks,
Will
Doc.
do. You guys have a great day, great weekend.
Thank you, buddy. That is Dr. Aaron Bates. You can reach him and or the great folks at Southeast Orthopedic Specialists. If you've got orthopedic needs, you may have, unfortunately, an injury. It may be a traumatic injury one time or repetitive, and you've been or about to be told you need orthopedic care. Go to the best, se-ortho.com. That's their website. You'll learn everything they can do, where they're at, se-ortho.com. I'm done with my meal. How about you? It was good.
Are we going to break?
Well, we're going to break, but our meeting meal came in. We got to eat something when we sit down with Dean.
I don't feel that at all. So if you want to do that, go for it.
All right, we got a lot of stuff to get to. We'll start landing the plane here on a Thursday edition. We love it here. Sliders, perfect evening to be here. The patio's filling up. Indoor bar, liquor bar, oyster bar. I think they've got entertainment on the outside deck in a moment. Fun place. Great food, great service. Sliders Oyster Bar in Neptune Beach.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnick Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnick never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know, I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnick Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I feel like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer.
You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com, and while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
Oh, look at that. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Dark. Sun starting to go down. Have you noticed the days are getting longer and the time will change soon? We're only a couple weeks away from the cool time.
The way that I like it, that we all like it.
Yeah, we all like it. Patrick Young's here. I'm Terry Norvelle. I want to thank Dr. Aaron Bates. Certainly, they've been with us for a long time. Southeast Orthopedic Specialist. I know sometimes he has to put up with some crazy questions from us.
They're all from you. You have all the crazy questions.
Yeah, well, we have some good. And I think we talk about what the layman sometimes would, some of these crazy people said they wake up January.
Those doctors are so smart, man.
Some of these crazy guys wake up January 10th. I'm going to do the river run March 17th. 9 miles, dude. You haven't run since high school. What are you doing? What are you doing, man?
I don't get. I've never been a runner. It just doesn't. It's not. I mean, it's for some people. I just don't find it like
I took it up.
I never
after
found it
college.
being a thing for me.
I took it up a
Much
couple.
rather lift weights and get my
And
cardio.
Patrick, I'm the worst runner in the world because I'm short legs. Running is a chore. I hated. We'd run baseball. We'd have to run after practice 2-mile course or whatever. I hated running. Sprinting is different. Running.
Sprinting is different. Yeah, sprinting is different. I much rather
for me, Patrick, my running came in. I never thought I'd be a runner, and I just wrapped up about 30 years, and I'm pretty much done. I do incline heavy walking. I was done with college about 2 or 3 years. Think about it. I was kind of getting my first job out in the world, growing up. I was done playing sports, right? You come to a point, and I'd been athletic my whole life, and I was like, well, what am I? I'd go to the gym, but I just said, man, I better start doing it, and I started running. Jogging.
Started gaining some weight.
Yeah, I did after 3 or 4 years. Yeah, and you go, and I'm glad I did it and all, but yeah, I'm done with the running. Let me back up. Speaking of things I'm doing, I made a what do you call it? New Year's resolution.
Uh-huh.
I am going to start playing golf.
Okay, there you go.
I've gone to the range about 3 weekends in a row. I've hit buckets of balls, and I haven't played a round yet. The weather was bad 2 or 3 weeks ago when it got cold.
Yeah.
But no, I'm playing golf. I'm not going to play a lot, but I'm going to get. I have not played a round of golf on a golf course in at minimum 20 years.
Wow.
I love the game.
20 years.
I love the game.
It's been that long.
Yeah, I haven't played around. I just got away from the game. All my buddies played.
Living in beautiful Jacksonville, Florida, in 20 years.
I am going to start playing golf. I've been at the range hitting well. I was a decent player because baseball hand-eye coordination. I've got good hand-eye coordination. So obviously I can put the club head on the golf ball. You know. You played golf, right?
I did, yeah. I played a lot of golf.
Your dad teaches golf. He loves it. Did you love golf, like golf? Was just something to do with the guys? What was it with you?
I mean, when I was younger, I just liked it.
Yeah. So you played a lot?
But then it got in the way of baseball, so I stopped playing.
Sure.
And then picked it back up in college.
Did you play a lot in college or no?
Not a lot, no. It wasn't until, I don't know. It was a period where I played a lot, then I stopped again, and then I started playing a lot again.
Okay.
And I got down to a 10 handicap.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, that was really, for me. Yeah.
I mean, so you're in the 70. If you got a 10 handicap, you're in the 70s some when you have a good day. And, you might get up to 85, 86, 87 on a bad day, but no, you're
right around that 80.
And that's
84,
fun.
Yeah.
That's fun. You're not playing Army golf and losing 10 balls.
That's what changed it, man. If you can just drive the ball and not have to drop every.
Did you put effort into it? I mean, you took it serious.
I did, yeah.
You weren't out there.
Frustrating because I was striking my irons and everything else, so I just couldn't figure out why do I have this terrible slice. And then you got to get a lot of reps in. You got to get a lot. I agree. And then
I agree.
Have the confidence that I never was worried about skull crushing the ball or hitting it too fat. It was just all right, just how much of your swing do you need for this shot?
Yeah. I've got a theory. I think this holds true. Golf is a tough game, but I don't think it's as tough as it needs to be. Here's my theory, and I think this holds true. Basketball. You played professionally, got paid to play basketball, you played high-level college. You went to practice and worked on your game at practice. You went through drills, you shot, okay. I played baseball. I went to practice. If we were practicing right now, and like we were talking about batting practice, when everybody's hitting, if your group is already hit, you go to the field. So between pitches, whoever's hitting BP on the field, that pitch, there's a ground ball hit to me. There's a fungo guy and a fungo. So I'm practicing baseball, right?
Right.
Golf is different.
Yeah.
The reason people think golf's so hard, I think, is because nobody really wants to they practice by playing.
Yeah, yep.
They don't really go to the range and go, I'm going to work on my 6-iron, my 8-iron. When I was at JU, if the only time I hit a baseball was during the game, I wouldn't be anywhere near as good. Golf, we all just want to play.
Yeah.
That makes sense. We want playing a competitive round to be our practice.
Yeah.
You're
right.
Your dad teaches golf. Your dad was a great athlete. Your dad played professional football.
Yeah, he did.
How did he find the game? Did he always love the game?
I don't know how
he teaches golf.
Yeah, because he played a little bit of tennis actually in college. So he was when he was younger, he was a decent athlete. I'm not sure exactly when he picked up golf,
but he loves it.
Yeah, I mean, teaching. He loves teaching. It's not the. I'm sure if he was mobile enough and healthy enough to play rounds and hit the ball far, because he doesn't hit the ball very far. I think he would play a lot.
Yeah.
But when it comes to coaching, like
he loves coaching.
He would be at Brentwood every single day.
I've gotten to know your dad for the last 2 years. He loves teaching the game of golf.
He would be up there every single day.
He really loves it. Your dad very athletic. You're very athletic. Was your mom athletic?
No.
No, she was academic.
Academic,
Very academically inclined.
Yeah.
But really never.
No, nothing.
Interesting.
Terrible athlete.
That is it.
She'll tell you. Yeah, she was always picked last
but
growing up.
Nose in the book.
Yeah,
very smart lady.
Smartest, always the smartest person in the room.
Very smart lady.
Yeah.
Your sister.
She's smart. She's athletic, and she's got the best of both worlds.
Because I've seen her hit, and I've seen her play. She swings a good golf club. Is that her best sport, or was
golf
she?
Is her best sport. She would have been a really good softball player if she stuck with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. She had so much strength. She's so strong.
Does she still swing the golf club a lot? I saw her play.
No, not a lot. She had surgery on her hand a while back, and it's just her grip strength is not the same. And she's got a full-time job. She's a physical therapist.
Sure. And that's tough on the hands, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of hand work. Yeah.
I think it was in your book. It was either your book or on this show. Did I read where you loved baseball? Baseball was one of your first loves.
Baseball was my first sport. Yeah.
Yeah,
you would have known that about me by now.
Yeah, but I don't know if it was from the book or the you and I just talking.
Yeah.
But baseball was kind of your first
team I played for as an athlete. The name of the team, the T-ball, Gators.
The Gators.
The
okay.
Gators.
Okay.
First T-ball team, the Gators.
Did you was Reggie Jackson your hero? Did you have
good
a
question?
Who were the baseball guys when you were a kid? And was it
Nomar,
Pete Rose?
Ken Griffey?
Nomar. Okay.
Ken Griffey wasn't I loved him, but he wasn't like my number one guy. Okay. I loved Manny Ramirez, Pedro, the whole Red Sox squad, and that Seattle Mariners. I liked Mike Piazza. He was a great hitter with the Mets.
Yes, great
hitter, great catcher, great hitter.
Big, strong guy. Yeah.
Gosh, yeah. Like I played real baseball and I played video game baseball. Like,
did you love baseball?
Mm-hmm.
Did you envision Patrick Young being the power hitting first baseman, a pitcher? What did you want to be?
I never really just thought about like dreaming one day of being out there. It just kind of was like I just went with the flow. I wish I kind of did dream about like I didn't have like a straight up dream of I'm going to play in the NBA one day, and I didn't have the same. It was just, man, I just enjoyed it. I loved it so much. I wish I would have finished. I would have gotten drafted if I played my last year of baseball. I for sure would have gotten drafted.
You did not play at Paxton or Providence.
I played at Paxton. I did not play at Providence. Yeah. The year I didn't play at Paxton because I was slipping on my grades.
I heard that story.
Yeah. Slipping in a way of like C's. I had a bunch of C's.
I'd take that and run, man. I'd take a C and run.
At Paxton too, man. Paxton's a great school. I didn't play baseball that year because of grades. And that team was average all season until the playoffs and ends up making it to the state final game.
What?
Yes, they were the last two teams.
They got hot.
Yeah, they got extremely hot.
Was Coach Holland was it Holland?
I can't remember
The supervisor of elections was a baseball coach over there.
I can't remember.
Yeah. They got hot and went all
Coach
the way.
Lacoste.
Wow.
Was one, and I can't remember the other coach's name. Yeah, they got hot.
And you said your mother didn't want you to play football, I think.
No, mom and dad didn't want to play
football. Yeah, and your dad was a very accomplished football, so he knew the game, and he
got hurt too much, man.
Yeah.
I think I would have been a decent football player. If flag football's around now,
right?
It's a much safer option for kids, for people in general. Like if that would have been around like the way it is now, I would have gotten to play flag football.
Yeah.
Flag for sure. They would let me play.
I still think the game of football. If I'm around on this beautiful planet in 20 years, I think 20 years from now, football as we know it will be played without the helmets.
I hope so.
That's a way to safeten the game. And a lot of people that have never heard that will go, what are you talking about? Well, if you take that air of protection away, the human body is going to protect itself, right? If you take that protective shell off the head, it's a lot less contact.
The guys will need something to protect their face.
They will.
They
will.
Because,
they'll come up.
Their face masks hit each other all the time. And they'll have to find something to keep those guys' faces.
But there's a sometimes real false sense of invincibility with a helmet.
I know, right? Yeah.
With a helmet.
You're right. Like
if you take that away, the human instinct's going to take over.
Right.
Right? You know what I mean? And the human instinct
is to protect my head.
Is to protect your head. Absolutely. And I'm not the one that came up with that, but I've heard that, and I totally agree with that. I've heard that starting 20 years ago, that football will finally evolve to where the helmet is eliminated, and that'll make it safer. And a lot of people on the surface, they go, what? Well, just think it through. It will be safer.
We're not saying it's going to be an absence of injury, head injuries, but the amount is going to be so much lower.
Yeah.
I wouldn't dare leave with my head.
I would imagine, and this is probably a bad analogy, but I'm going to throw it out there anyway. If you could find studies, I would imagine if we went back and looked at 30 years of motorcycle accidents, when you remember Florida, you had to wear a helmet for the longest time. Florida's a no helmet state if you so choose.
Yeah, that's right.
That kicked in 20, 25 years ago. I bet you there's the motorcycle guy probably drives a little looser when he's got a helmet on versus not wearing a helmet. There's just you feel a little safer with a helmet on.
I don't know,
on the football field.
Being on one of those things in general.
Were you ever a motorcycle? I was never a motorcycle guy.
Never, man. I like living.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know how to drive one. Do you know how to drive a stick shift car?
Yeah.
Okay, because I didn't know your age.
It's been a while.
Same here, but I didn't know if your age were they. It's hard to find a stick shift car now.
Yeah, it is now. Yeah.
You know, now your hot shot sports cars, you want stick. If you're driving a souped up hot shot sport, you want a stick shift because there's something about the
feel of it.
Yeah, you are navigating that thing.
The feel.
But no, I grew up. You had to. Every other car was a stick shift. You know the great advantage of a stick shift when you were a kid. 16, 17, first car. My first car, my mom scrapped together $400, bought it from a dude in the neighborhood, older guy. And but most of your first cars when I grew up, as old as I am, were beater cars. They were $400, $500. They just got, and you only went about 5 miles. You didn't go far.
Right.
But the beautiful thing about the old stick shift car was most of your cars were beat up. If they didn't start, you could push. If you were on a hill or you had a guy push you, or you could push your own car, you could jump in and pop the clutch and it would start.
Wow. Wow.
So I can't tell you how many times young kids, man, my car won't start. My car, hey, push me. Boom. You pop the clutch and the engine starts.
Oh, my God.
Now you could also steal a car like that.
Yeah, you could. You could.
I'll tell this quick story. We'll go to break and come back and wrap up the show. When I was at JU, I had a hammy. I lived on the west side, and I didn't stay in the dorm. I went in and just lived at home. I said, hey, I'll have my meals. I'll have my uniforms, everything. I didn't have to worry about that. So, I was from the west side, back and forth. And when I was at JU, I had a hand-me-down.
Man, you had a long drive.
Yeah. I had a hand-me-down VW Bug. My oldest brother had it, and he was, he said, okay, Terry, you need a car. So my brother gave me, and it was a nice Bug, but it was a beat-up old one. And it was a stick shift. And he had ragged it out a little bit. It didn't have the key. It was I just had a screwdriver.
Oh, wow.
Because the ignition was all broken.
Wow.
And I just put the screwdriver. Who was going to steal that thing?
No, right.
And I told this story. We'd get done with practice at JU. And many of the guys that lived on campus, there's a big hill in JU. JU's a hilly campus. And there's all the dorms, the old dorms are on this one side. You go up a hill. And it'd be like this time. We're tired. We just finished practice. It's a random Thursday. And like 4 or 5 of the guys would know I was one of the local guys. So I was driving away. Mm-hmm. And they'd all want to jump in my car for a ride up the hill.
Yeah.
That VW barely got up the hill with 5 guys. Hey, but it got over.
I know exactly what hill you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's a steep one.
Yes.
It is a steep one.
Hey, but that beat up VW got me over and back to Matthews Bridge a bunch. So there you have it. All right, Pat, let's take a break. We'll come back, wrap things up, including an early peek at Super Bowl and Florida Auburn Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about it tomorrow, but Florida Auburn Saturday, 4:00. Big game. Big game.
Florida never went to Auburn. Auburn never went to Florida.
I want your thoughts early on Auburn, Florida, the big game Saturday in college basketball. We'll take a break, come back, wrap things up live from Sliders Oyster Bar.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
For over 20 years, Southeast Orthopedic Specialists has been providing the highest level of orthopedic and spine care to patients throughout Northeast Florida. Now, we're making that same great care even more convenient with Southeast Orthopedic Specialists Direct, a walk-in clinic where you can be seen for pain or injuries with no appointment needed. Staffed by orthopedic physicians and specialists, we offer everything from diagnosis and treatment to imaging and bracing, all with no appointment needed. For more information, hours, and locations, visit our website.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dynamic Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
Hey everyone, Olivia Tasley here from Action Sports Jacks to tell you all the different ways you can watch our new 24/7 network. 3 easy steps. You don't even need a pen and paper to write it down. Step number 1, download the app. Search Action News Jacks in your app store either on your phone or your smart TV. Then, once you're on the app, click on that little drop-down menu in the upper left-hand corner with the 3 little lines. That'll show you these options, and boom, right here, click Action Sports Jacks 24/7, and you will be brought to our continuous stream channel. That app can be accessed through all these different platforms. Whether you have Roku, Fire TV, Smart TV, Apple TV, or Google TV, you can find our app. Now, if you don't have access to the app, don't worry, we still got you covered. We're across all social media platforms from Facebook, Instagram, X, YouTube, Twitch. We have a podcast channel. Plus, check out our short reels on our TikTok. Action Sports Jacks 24/7. It's on all the time and everywhere.
Summertime means sizzling sales at Nimnick Buick GMC. The #1 Buick GMC dealer in Jacksonville has lots of inventory to choose from with their best price guarantee. Nimnick never charges above MSRP. You can save up to $10,000 off select new GMC Sierras or get rates as low as 1.9%.
You know, I'm a truck guy. GMC Sierra, my trim level is an SLT. This one's an Elevation. Pretty good looking color as well. So here at Nimnick Buick GMC, you have a lot to pick from. My father-in-law, he drives this, an Enclave, so I feel like that GMC in the family. 2025 is coming around the corner, which means it's almost time to close out those 2024s this summer.
You can schedule a test drive at NimnickBuickGMC.com, and while you're there, check your trade value and customize your payment options. Nimnick is there for you, even on Sundays. Visit the showroom on Phillips Highway or shop online at NimnickBuickGMC.com. Nimnick, your friends in the car business since 1941. GMC, we are professional grade.
A visit with him as we are wrapping things up. About 10 minutes left on a Thursday edition. I want to thank everybody here at Sliders. We've already had a pre-snack. Patrick?
I'm tired.
You tired? What happened?
Man, I don't know.
You drank that much beer.
I know, right?
And you got some food on your belly?
It's a long day.
Yeah, you been busy?
Not that bad.
When's your next JU gig? And you got to right the ship with him, man.
Not next week. I know. I think they've lost 2 in a row now.
You've seen the what is it? The A-Sun.
Yeah.
You've seen the league.
Yeah.
Can they win the tournament and get in?
It's
a one bid. It's a one bid. They can win it.
They absolutely can. Sure. They're good enough.
Okay.
They're good enough to win the league.
That'd be nice
to make it in.
I mean, obviously, JU or UNF.
They got to execute. They got to finish around the rim a little bit better. They
Who's the best team you've seen not named JU, not named UNF? Is there one you want to stay away from in that tournament?
Lipscomb looked really good.
Good. They're always good.
Yeah. They had a really good team, really good guards.
When I worked at JU, Belmont was the bad boy.
Okay.
Belmont was good. Rick Byrd, a longtime coach. Belmont was good.
Does Belmont still have football?
I'm not sure, and they're not in the conference
Not anymore.
But Rick Byrd and Belmont, they had a style, and they had a player, and they had a fundamental approach. They were really good, Belmont, and they were NCAA. They would win it and get in and win a game or two.
Nice.
They were good. They've gone on like to the one of the Horizon League or something. They're good. We teased a little bit coming up on the final hour. We're getting out of here in a little bit. Florida, Auburn. We'll talk tomorrow. That's the big game this Saturday. The Gators are at Auburn. They do not play them in Gainesville. Only time they'll have a crack at the number one team in the nation. You know Auburn. You know their personnel. They're athletic as hell. They're deep. They've got a dominant big man. Florida, athletic as hell. Florida's deep. Florida's got a stable of big men and a backcourt. Early, what do you matchup? Is it? Can Florida stay on the court with these guys?
If Florida has poor shot selection, Auburn's going to get out on them early. You got to take good shots, and Walter's got to be tight with the ball. The bigs got to challenge Janai. I'm not sure if they'll double team or play one-on-one straight up.
Who
Chinyelu would be the best.
Do you send him first?
But Chinyelu is the good thing about Janai Broome. He's not like huge, so I feel you can feel comfortable that he and Alexis as well as Condon, like they could actually all get a shot trying to defend
at him. Yeah.
The other guys play so well, man. You can't, if he gets the ball out of the double team, directly, it's going to be nothing but trouble for the
But
Gators.
you run Chinyelu at him first.
Yeah, why not? Strongest guy, biggest guy.
Of course.
He's left-handed. You got to remember that Chinyelu, lefty guy. That's a little bit different.
Chinyelu is lefty or Broome?
Broome is.
Okay, so talk about that.
Yeah, I mean, you just get so used to guarding guys that are right-handed, and you just got to keep that in mind.
So advantage Broome.
Yeah,
because it's different.
It's just different. It's just, the footwork, everything's opposite.
You're left-handed.
I wish.
No, you weren't left-handed. No. But
I feel like you would know if somebody was left-handed or not. Like if they're, as much time as we spend into it in the class, you would have known.
Yeah, you're right. But if you're Florida, you might first 10 minutes of the game, unless he's swatting them out of there, you might dump it down and see if you can go at Broome, right?
He's leading the country in blocks.
But get 2 fouls on him if you could.
Right? Leading the country in blocks.
Yeah.
Like
you're not painting a good picture for me watching this game Saturday.
No, I'm being honest. I don't know what I told you from the get-go. I don't bullshit.
Well, what does Auburn talking right now, Sports Talk Radio and Bruce Pearl, they just wrapped up practice and the coaches are going to meet real quick. What are they worried about?
Oh, I mean,
they're looking at Florida. What are they worried about?
You don't want Will Richard getting off.
To get loose?
All three of those guards. That's obviously the big thing. And then number one is going to be the glass. Florida's a top offensive rebounding country team and one of the top in the country. Man, it's like 5 or 6 of the best offensive rebounding teams are in the SEC. A&M's one of them.
I know.
A&M's it's like they don't even care about the first shot. It's like they live for the offensive rebound.
So you're saying the guards calling a play and that play means throw it on the backboard?
Just throw it. Just throw it. Wade Taylor, just take a 40-foot three and we'll get it.
Patrick, I sent a text out on the Facebook last night. I'm watching Missouri.
On the Facebook.
Yeah, the Facebook. Yeah, that's what I just said. I'm watching Missouri, Tennessee last night, as everybody did. And the night before, the Florida game, Florida Vanderbilt going at it. I posted last night a general post. It seems like every team in the SEC is 18-4 and ranked in the top 15.
Mm-hmm.
What a conference, man.
Yeah, great conference.
What a conference. I still think my prediction is going to come true. We got about 2 minutes left. We'll get out of here, and we'll do it again tomorrow at 4 o'clock. This is going to be a testament to the SEC. You're going to have March Madness roll around, and there's going to be 2 or 3 games where SEC eliminates SEC.
Yeah.
You can't get away from it because I think the first and second round, the SEC is going to have like 9 or 10 teams win. So all of a sudden, you can have 9 of the last
You hope
32,
so.
and they're going to have to play each other.
Hopefully Auburn doesn't get knocked out by Yale again.
How about
Goodness
that?
gracious, man.
How about that? Auburn last
15,
year.
15-2.
Do you realize,
15-2 right there.
speaking of Auburn, do you realize we've got basically 3 weeks left of the regular season, 3.5 weeks? Auburn and Alabama still play twice. They have yet to play.
That's crazy, right?
They play home
That's
and away.
crazy.
How fun is that going to be?
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I think the final game is they play each other to the final regular season game.
Bama might have to win both of those
They
games.
may.
They might have to win both of them.
They may.
Because they dropped that game against Ole Miss, and they dropped another one.
Yes. No, not Vandy. Ole Miss. Oh, no, you said Ole Miss.
Ole Miss and somebody else, wasn't it?
I think they've only lost one.
Lost one? Okay.
Yeah. Auburn's 0 in the conference. Auburn's only loss is at
Duke. Yeah. They win that game neutral court.
I was going to say, they're
Neutral?
not. Hey, see, you hit it. Auburn's not going to run into Duke in Cameron. They ain't playing them in Cameron. And that game, that was a big deal. That was in Cameron. They don't win that on neutral.
No, absolutely not.
Auburn's best team in the country.
Yeah. Auburn Duke in the final, man. If they're they should be on opposite sides of the bracket.
I say it all the time, though. That doesn't mean, why do we go to March Madness? Nobody can beat Auburn. Somebody can beat them for you. You may not have to be the team that beats them.
Yeah.
Somebody can knock out the heavyweight.
Man.
Happens
Happens all the time. If a 16 can beat a 1, anything is possible.
It can happen. All right, we're out of time. Fun show. We want to thank a lot of people, Zach, for producing. Of course, Dr. Bates for joining us here on the program. We'll get back together tomorrow, 4 o'clock, heading into Super Bowl weekend and a huge SEC basketball game, Florida versus Auburn. A lot to get to tomorrow. Join us at 4 o'clock live on the Young and Norvelle Show. Have a great rest of your Thursday, everybody.
At Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, we know pain and injuries can stop you from doing what you love. This is why our board-certified orthopedic specialists offer the latest in both non-surgical and surgical treatment options and create a treatment plan tailored to your unique lifestyle and goals. So, whether it is a sports injury or that nagging pain that's keeping you from doing what you love, our team has the right treatment for you. For more information or to schedule an appointment online, visit our website.
Finally, a family atmosphere, kid-friendly restaurant with a real sports bar feel. Rick's Jack's Beach features all of that and a large, climate-controlled covered patio with misting fans and heaters for all seasons. Mix in an extremely diverse menu that features the most quality and affordable steak at the beach, and there's no reason not to enjoy your next lunch, dinner, happy hour, or big sporting event at Rick's Jack's Beach, 300 2nd Street North in Jacksonville Beach. See you at Rick's Jack's Beach.
You really got to hand it to him. Hold on.
The previous play is under further review.
I'm not sure what he could review, but okay. Sure has been a while. Dine in at Hurricane Grill and Wings for the football season. Well, there he is. Oh, what is that?
The Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network is streaming. I'm Stuart Weber, and I'm here to teach you a nice 3-step process on how you can watch all your favorite programming from the Brent and Austin Show every weekday 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. or the Cup Date with me. It's fantastic. We talk NASCAR. It's a great time. Wednesdays at 1 o'clock. All right, first step, easy. Download the Action News Jacks app. You probably already have it downloaded on your phone, so you might already have that one taken care of. Step 2, see that stack of pancakes up there? You click that stack of pancakes, and it's going to bring down step number 3, which is a full screen of all the different streams that you can click on, including the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 stream. You click that, the video's rocking and rolling on your mobile device, you're watching all the shows you want to, and you're having a good time. You can also do it on your smart TV with the Action News Jacks Now app. I do it on my Samsung TV at home. It's a great way to watch it on a nice, large screen for all the content. That's the Action Sports Jacks 24/7 network. Hope you can find it.
You trust CGC to make your water great, and now you can trust CGC with your plumbing needs as well. Fast, convenient scheduling, licensed and insured. A quick call away at 904-552-1242.
You never know when you're going to have an issue with a shower, toilet, or maybe it's a sink that sometimes is easy to fix. All right, let's be honest. I'm not fixing anything. I'm totally staging this because when I have a plumbing problem, I call CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing.
Trained professionals, transparent pricing, customer satisfaction. Small problem or even a bigger issue. Maybe you need a new tankless water heater or something a bit more intricate. The experts with 25 years of experience at CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing can do it all. Call 904-552-1242 or visit cgcwater.com. That's 904-552-1242 or cgcwater.com. CGC Water Treatment and Plumbing, an authorized independent Connecticut dealer. Florida license number CFC